What is going on YouTube? This is Acid Root. So I'm going to review the third album by American rapper Cameron. Basically, this particular product is called Come Home With Me, and it came out in the spring of 2002. Now, within these pairs, the buzz appeal about this album had some capital typeness about it as far as these supposed to have. This is like a good off-brand and consistent kind of thorough type bang, fucking with like a hit album, classic album like The Blueprint by Jay-Z out of the fall of 2001, late summer 2001, pitch like that's the fair as far as saying that particular follow-ups within the same sort of bridge type appeal. Now, within the aspect, like, it may not have as much full-bound type of claim, but definitely within the more street and buzz type appeal pitch like that, this is pretty capital within those senses to kind of be like the 1-2 punch with it. Kind of like when you would think of snagging like a combo of like Eminem with the Eminem Show and then 50 Cent with Get Rich or Die Trying. This is one of those 1-2 punches that probably, if you need something that's just like The Blueprint by Jay-Z from the second half of 2001 pitch like that, this is a good type of ordeal to get towards as far as this is a good type of ordeal to get towards as far as this pitch can happen. Now, within these appeals, this actually had a little bit more capital type success than Jay-Z's The Blueprint actually did within those pitches, despite the fact that album's more critically acclaimed. The pitch behind it had 2 top 4 singles on here. Some of, to this day, Cameron's largest hits as far as these pitches can happen, particularly Oh Boy and Hey Ma were both pretty banging. But then I also thoroughly enjoy, I go back with this particular album as far as these pitches can happen. Daydreaming was a hit single within that. On top of that, it was not within the charting type appeal of seeing that, but it is pretty catchy within those type of ordeals. It's just kind of a more syrupy type one, but it's definitely a good reflective, nostalgic type song, kind of hit towards pitch like that. So it's a 1-2-3 type punch up the sounds and banging typeness. Definitely the ordeal. Cameron was kind of like the breakout star. Now, unfortunately, I mean, the impact about this album is so large about it. It's just the fact that it was kind of a street type album, but it was commercial as well. Cameron knew the right moments on here to have for like the radio bangs and pitches like that, but then also having like some of these blossoming kind of DJ drama in New York kind of anthems. There's some New York anthems on here, like a couple of these songs like Welcome to New York City and The Rock, and some of these type ones that are very much songs that were consistently used for like DJ drama kind of mixtapes, Gangsta Grills, Don Cannon tapes, and pitches like that. But those type ones that were just consistent mixtape type bangers. Jim Jones did this as well with his On My Way to Church type album within pitch like that. I just reviewed that recently as far as the special albums. So banging typeness, just a series of these type ones. The Diplomats / Dips that were definitely shit around this time within these aspects, like the early 2000s, and these were just sweeping type ones that kind of aspected the tone of these pitches. Now, initially, Cameron was a part of Rockefeller, Jay-Z's old label within pitches like that, but it's the fair as far as saying that there were kind of discrepancies that happened later on. So I want to say that possibly Purple Haze from 2004 was on Rockefeller, but I don't think Kill a Season from 2006 kind of was. But Cameron always had at least one or so big hits off of each of his albums for like the 2000s type fair pitch like that. It was kind of right as far as saying this is the largest type one, but it is the pitch for saying this has a good type variety. So it really feels like there would be like 5 or 6 type singles to that. The actual fair about it was Welcome to New York City, which had Jay-Z actually on there in his prime of like the Blueprint type era and pitches like that, and then Joel Santana, who was blossoming real good. So those type pitch, that was just a good NY type anthem pitch like that. So those type appeals that just consistent, probably caught airplay and pitch like that. The Rock was a real good staple, Dead or Alive, some of those type ones like that just had the aspects of those type appeals. So you had the 3 singles, the radio type ones. I consider Daydream to be one of those radio type bangs as well. So the pitch for saying just impacted type fair amongst some of these type ones. This classic NY that this was ironing out and spearheading like the pitch of what Jay-Z kind of marketed and had going within the flourish of it with the Blueprint as far as the special albums. So this is probably one of the more impactful type ones within that era of around that time as to what NY was up to, banging like that. It's going to get a 10 out of 10 pitch like that. So within these type of appeals, so just to say on top of that, within like the fair amongst this album, then like the fair amongst this album, in the fair amongst the albums as far as like the product of like the particular aspects amongst the pitch like that. It has the particular tone. This has some good flourish on here. It has muzak type songs, but it's not within like the gripe type fact. It actually is a more or less kind of candid type album within these pitches. Not to say like that's the problem with the pitch as far as saying excellent kind of candidness on here. Some muzak type fair that has more nostalgia about it, more so in the aspect of like, you know, middle fingers both raised, pitches like that. Sounds surprised as far as like the pitch behind it. There's a little bit of paranoia on here for like the smoke type fair, but it's actually within the pitch, not a superb kind of amount. I mean, Hey Ma probably has like a beer in your system or 2, something like that, but it's a pitch as far as in the actual product is it kind of is definitely like flourish or like hauling that like definitely going to Venus flytraps and beesies pitch like that amongst some of these type of appeals, but it's kind of pitch as far as saying that the aspect kind of within it is not so much because of the aspect of like the fear of just having to drive or pitch like that was the variety as far as saying there's just some aspects where it's just not within the full bound type tone of entirely type smoke centric pitch like that. It just kind of has the flourish of kind of having it in there, but in terms of like the bangs on here within like the pitch of like, I mean, there's getting tore up type songs within these pitches, but it has enough kind of aspect with just appreciating like the variety amongst these type ones. So it's kind of pitch as far as saying, it's not to say as if Cameron has like an anti-approach towards getting tore up pitch like that, but it's just the variety just having more moments kind of within the collective, just having more things kind of miss the pitch of just moments where it's not going to be just, you know, with getting the flush out in your system of not having, you know, within the pitch, obviously, you know, having to take care of your health, having often like kind of amounts of liquor and smoke type price. So it's just the pitch that's not within like the workout kind of lift, you know, bench press like 400 pounds type pitches like that, but it's just pitch as far as just, you know, fleshing out some stuff once. And not to say as if that's the only theme about it, but it's the pitch as far as saying just moments where it's kind of extra type fairs within the sense that pitch that just not where you have some other type things thrown in within these type pitches apart from just consistent house party red cup to red cup pitch like that. So some of those type varieties thinking like the extracurricular type fairs. Cameron's into basketball fairs like that. He has like that particular it is what it is type show, something like that within those pitches with Mace as far as this so just extracurricular, just having like these list of fairs within these pitches as far as like some products, kind of definitely some mixtape tea, paying attention to some of these type of products, just keep eyes on some of those type of products within the pitches. Like there's plenty of these. Keep in mind on Dat Pip there are over 500,000 mixtapes on there, pitches like this. Some of these type of varieties, seeing what's up with that. DVDs, memes, obviously pitches like that. The Beezy type fits, cater. Getting the tending with them pitches like that with some hit type feels. But the smoke product is kind of on here, but not to an extent will kind of flourish. To be honest, so I recommend all 15 songs off this album. It's just thrilling type album the whole way through, pitch like that, just easy kind of classic. And I think nowadays in these pitches, the aspect behind it as far as being able to talk about it, it's this kind of pitch. It's kind of, I mean, it has enough notoriety within the appeal like the singles, but it's kind of pitch as far as saying, I think it's just kind of underappreciated within like the impact that it kind of had. This is probably like, this would definitely be like a particular jewel that's in like the same crown that goes along with Blueprint around from that particular era of just like vintage kind of banging. Like when you think of an album like Fish Scale by like Ghostface Killah and Me, Myself, and I by Fat Joe, this is just a more anthemic kind of NY album, especially out of the early 2000s. It's just, like I was saying, real excellent 1-2 punch with the Blueprint pitch like that. But yeah, Oh Boy's lead single pitch like that, just pretty consistent type one, pretty recognizable. Good chance that good chance the number of folks that heard this tune pitch like that has over like 170 million plays on Spotify pitches like that. Top 5 single on Billboard 100. It's like a vintage NY kind of early 2000s bang to get here. Just everyday kind of music. I'd say just an alternative to hit songs from around that time like What's Love by Fat Joe, Ja Rule, and Ashanti pitch like that. Someone's banging toughness. Good, nice tune to grab tacos and vibes as far as these first games. So just kind of the pitch, just appreciating like the thrills behind it. Some of that particular type of music, this easy, the definite NY anthem pitch like that. Some of those type of varieties probably was every day just in the radio type fare, paying attention to like noon and good lunch break type song pitch like that. Just kind of a priming type song, get you excited, exhilarated, some type pitches. Kind of miss the product to dislike the rush hour type fare, but just kind of within a more candid type sense. This good nice sample on there, pitch like that, real hooky and catchy. Cameron definitely nails the song pitch like that. Second single off here is Hey Ma. Now both these first two singles, Joel Santana is on as well as those good nice pitches that he was quick to put on. Joel Santana as far as his first album. It's unfortunate that Joel's only dropped like even to this day 2 albums, but still some good nice pitch that he caught on pretty well. Excellent type fares. Hey Ma is the second single. This is one that matched like the same chart success as Oh Boy, another top 4 type single, just like that one. This one has over 220 million plays on Spotify, so this is the more popular one compared to Oh Boy, but it's definite banging 1-2 punch here. It's like an excellent kind of residential slide by to get here pitch like that. Just some porch catch up, I'd say, with gals, some things that pitches and folks pitches like that. Brought some donuts, things that bears just kind of lighten the tongue, take the edge off some pitches like that. Just some harsh hash, kind of get gal coffee and pitches like that. Some type of feels good. Excellent products amongst it. Good excellent products amongst it. Just some dumb memes kind of get towards them within the pitch. Nowadays, phone type fair within these aspects, but probably just having to have like some stupid meme off of memory pitch like that back in 2002 before like Instagram and, you know, full bound Google on phones pitch like that. But some of these hit type products and the pitch behind it, plenty of Dumb and Dumber type memes and pitches like that. Plenty of Dumb and Dumber and Pulp Fiction type memes, pitches like that as far as those appeals kind of section type pitches amongst it. An underappreciated song on this album is Daydreaming within these pitches. Now, this particularly only has like 2 million plays. I question how many folks full blown realize amongst it. It has it's real catchy type one. It's like an extravagant, gripping kind of day period to get within these products here. Just some daydream type tunes, pitches like that. So kind of variety. It's kind of a slumped and swamp type song within these pitches. It's kind of one of those type ones that you just would be at like a bar, definitely with the pitch of it being called Daydream, the pitch of this being at like some saloon type spot just in town, pitches like that, just having like a couple warm shots of like Crown Royal or pitches like that, some stuff Ferris. But it's a good nostalgia type song, definitely. Cook some tea for a gal, some stuff pitch. It's kind of a Sunday type song within these pitches. For us, variety kind of happens, just appreciating like the sunlight and Ferris like that, just the weather of it. Pleasantry fares like that, just pick up like an almond joy, just nice treat, something stuff fares, just being all ears since the pitch, so kind of variety. Now within the fashion of it kind of being like a swamp type song within the product of it, but having some good cheer and gusto as far as this pitch, having some excellent when the pitch as far as this variety is going to happen. Having some stupid personal story to tell gal about pitches like that, just something that you lost like $10 at like a slot machine or something like that. Some stuff there. So just kind of pitch some of those type varieties, pitches like that amongst those type hit type deals, pitches like that. Now, not to be like a doofus with this as far as this pitch goes, but just to pitch it, just random stupidity and pitches like that. So plenty of these banging type ones. Another one that kind of feels like it was more or less like the fourth single that definitely had some airplay seemingly within these pitches is Welcome to New York City. So it's Jay-Z and Joel Santana on there. It's a good nice pitches, and it's like a vintage kind of follow-up buzz single to get here, pitch like that. This Blueprint kind of offshoot, I'd say. It feels like definitely something that probably could have been on Jay-Z's album from 2001, pitch like that. Just definite NY anthem, I'd say here. Just feels like a DJ drama type cut since the pitches. So yeah, I would say within these aspects, I do question if Cameron had like some DJ drama type mixtapes. Now I know Boss of All Bosses from 2009 was a Gangsta Girls approximately within those pitches, but it's kind of bright as far as saying me question if Cameron had some of that type fare back in like the On My Way to Church type days from Jim Jones, and like What the Game's Been Missing from Joel Santana, some of those type days, pitches like that. The Purple Haze type days from Cameron, pitches like that. I do question. I have to look it up. But within these pitches, it's a good, nice fare, just real nice, windy kind of anthem pitch like that. Definitely feels like with the variety, just a taste of like daytime kind of muzak type fare. Goes along pretty well with Oh Boy, not as jubilant, but just a good, nice pitch. Some of those type varieties as far as just like the gulag type fashion, but just a little bit more triumphant and militant about it. So this is kind of pitch about it, just kind of get some bills paid, go grab like Arby's, pitch like that. More of like a muscle type song, pitch like that, hit type appeals. Live My Life, Leave Me Alone is a hit type one. Now this samples Ambitions as the writer has like a newer type flip. This is the one that Lil Wayne freestyled to. The original Ambitions as the writer was a little bit differential, but this is a good nice flip of it, good pitch like that. Cameron tears the song apart. It's like a stock ride out and banging this kind of get here, just like typical type fare. That production, just definitely some summer shine, some of these type pitches, definitely wired as hell, pitch like that. Just get hell is going, some of these type products get hella tore, hella stone, some of these type pitches, just be hella stupid towards gal, pitch like that. It's definitely one of those type ones. It's the rave type energy, just classic on the 90s anthem. Dead or Alive's the hit type one as well. This has Jim Jones on here. So now Dead or Alive has Jim Jones on here, pitched like that. Now Jim Jones on here like a couple of times, pitched like that. He was kind of the one that was gonna be the next to blow up after Joel Santana. He is on here in like light type sense. It's good, nice pitch, kind of get some of those initial type products. Yeah, Cameron was having double whammy here with these pitches for us, putting on both the Dipset type fare. Now this is before like Diplomatic Immunity from early 2003, so it's pitched like that, but it's good banging typeness. Dead or Alive's like a vintage kind of Dipset soul and mixtape highlight to get towards here, pitch like that. Just some city traffic, I'd say. Just another good, nice one with like Welcome to New York City and Oh Boy. This one's just pleasant kind of target runs into the pitches. Grab like blue cups, some of these type airs and fans. So in like the summertime, just grabbing one of those box type fans that would just make it easier in like the summertime pitch like that. And nowadays, the air conditioning type air is good enough with these pitches, but just as a throwback type variety, having some of those type aspects. So you don't have to run up like the AC bill and pitch like that. Just having some of those vintage type fans pitch like that. Put like a blue cup on it if it doesn't fall over. But yeah, relative nice table, some of the pitches, fares like that. Some of the products, but just pitches like that. This traffic of pickups and some of those type products is kind of pleasanting along. On Fire Tonight's the hit type one as well within these aspects. It's like a good lounge spell type fare with gal and mind pitches like that. The Diva Cakes in mind pitch like that. Just make like a martini and some ramen, some stuff there. It's this rom-com kind of white noise kind of throw on top of that. Devil Wears Prada pitches like that, some type ones, good aspects. some phone swag kind of get towards this kind of pitch. It is the relative type fare that's got you going within like your phone type kicks, pitch like that, and especially nowadays in these aspects. Back then, probably just having a meme pack with it on standby pitch like that, but it's kind of some tease, kind of relative gossip pitches like that. And not gossip in terms of like femme typeness, but it's the pitch of this relative, the goings on pitch like this, some the relative tea about the 411s and pitches like that, say within these varieties. Stop Calling's a hitting type 1. And yeah, Freaky Zeke's on here as well a few times, kind of pitches like that. So he's, it would actually be triple header pitches like that. So I'm surprised that Freaky Zeke, another type folk that's kind of getting established pitches like that. Now, Freaky Zeke, I think, went to prison in like 2003, 2004, so those type pitches. It was kind of aspect he kind of got slagged out of putting out an album until way out in 2007. But still some good, nice pitches here. Good, nice aspects. So Stop Calling's like a heroin kind of snack run, I'd say, just halfway kind of sniggering and paranoia about this song as far as he's first going to have. So it has the paranoia on here, but it's just some sniggering kind of amongst that, have some smokes in your system. Kind of in like a fuck you type mode, but keyed about it as far as he's first going to have. So this kind of product that just kind of jostled, jarred pitches like that, but just enough to, but not enough to blow your high pitch like that, but it's kind of within that aspect of just like that glared typeness that within this, within the being torch, but having shit to do within some type products. It's kind of pitched as that Tupac type paranoia, but just kind of more with gal in mind, since the pitch is kind of product of it. Hot type song definitely within those pitches. So some weavings kind of get towards bills pay or extra type fares, just having like some extra type togage in your system pitch like that. Intro is nice as well. Good, nice fares here. It's like a throw in and bang kind of mixtape raving kind of highlight. I definitely say it's like a taste of the blueprint and DMX type fares pitches like that. Some hit type prices that hit, definite hit kind of primer. So it's a little bit more of an exhilarating type one. Definitely within the variety of Welcome to New York City. But just pitches like that, just some blood pumping kind of get towards pitches like that. Hit type appeals. This initial kind of get to cracking pitches like that, just like, yep, got some free time, just got off day fair pitch like that, time to go pick up like some great sweets pitch like that, figure out the next modes, beeline for like a park pitch like that. Boy Boy's a hitting type one as well. It's good, nice fair. It's like a grand kind of corner store and Budweiser type pickups. The hit song Boy Boy is a nice one with these pitches, like a grand kind of corn store and Budweiser kind of pickups to get in basic haul and sound off as far as these pairs going to have them within the aspects. So Daft to Pals pitch like that, sound off type fare pitch like that, but haul at some at Beezy type fare within gas station type variety or just the pitch. Now not within being a thorn about it, but just kind of pitch it, just like the variety, just some of those type fares of good fit kind of chat and pitches like that amongst those type varieties. So just kind of within the variety of just extracurricular and kind of side piece type gab pitch like that. Some surprise to just the fair, just like the goings on pitch like that. Some hit type aspects amongst it, but yeah, good sound off the pals pitch like that to figure out. Good, nice fairs just within the neighborhood. Mixtape type T pitch like that. Some surprise amongst just like the aspect of it. It's kind of prime time type gossip pitch like that. Some fairs just kind of the aspect of just kind of out in the sunshine. Some fair, especially in like a more city bound type sense pitch like that. It's good accent products. Just get some tokes going within the legality of it. So it's kind of fair. Some products behind buildings. Some pitch amongst it, but it's kind of just feeling chat is going to have like the congregate of it going out in like the city type frame pitch like that, the plaza-ness of it pitch like that, sunny type feels aspects for saying the rock just fires the banging type one with these aspects. It's like a thorough and vicious kind of blueprint and East Coast. The rock just fires like a thorough and vicious kind of blueprint and East Coast kind of DJ. The Rock just fires a real good standout on here. Definitely good, nice pitches. I go back to the song Excellent Type Ferris amongst it. It's like a thorough and vicious kind of blueprint and East Coast kind of DJ drama mixtape anthem to get within these products. Now, this is one of these type ones. Just Blaze does produce a few times on here, pitches like that. He does like he does the lead single, Oh Boy, and he also did Welcome to New York City. So Just Blaze is a pretty prominent producer on like particular like the Blueprint by Jay-Z pitch like that. I think he did like You Don't Know, which is a pretty good mixtape anthem as well, pitch like that. But some of these type ones definitely within pitch as far as saying some of these type ones, these mixtape does standouts. I would definitely say Just Blaze is pretty much on a pretty like in terms of like the street anthems, he was kind of on like a golden goose egg kind of high as far as pitch can happen. Just a number of those type bangs from some of those type pitches from like the Blueprint to this album. He can't think of as many other type ones within other type album type fare, but probably some other type ones to notice. He might have been on like Genesis by Busta Rhymes with some of those type pitches. Some of those type ones, just those consistent kind of bangs that were pretty sampled oftenly by like Lil Wayne and Jeezy and folks like that, and like Killer Mike and some of these type folks, T.I. Boys and Hood folks like that. But within these pitches, at least one Kanye West beats on here, so it's kind of pitches for us. On top of that, Dead or Alive is pretty good, nice standout as well, good pitch like that. The Heat Makers are on here, it's good, nice folks. It's pretty aptly produced, definitely Definitely pretty thorough produced type album, pitch like that. But yeah, definitely the Rock's a real good standout on here. This is another real type one that feels like just like probably should have been on the blueprint. Jay-Z should have showed up at any point on this particular song, would have been furious on their pitch like that. But just good, nice mixtape type bang. Tomorrow is nice on here as well. It's like a quality kind of woozy and centered kind of homestead bleed to get within these products. This probably could have been like a later shift kind of single. If there had been 5 singles, I probably would have went with Welcome to New York City. It's like the 4th single. And then The Rock just fires like a buzz type single like 50 Cent kind of did with like songs like Heat and like particular Many Men, so and stuff ones. But I'd probably say Tomorrow probably would have been like a 5th single in my opinion, something like that. It's kind of homestead type bleed, clean the house a bit, something that fares be compatible with Gal. So it's not being kind of like zesty and pitches like that, just having like some good nice fares, get a meal cooked, some stuff fries just amongst it, kind of some of the stuff aspects, just kind of here's the remote, some stuff aspects, kind of pitch as far as just saying have a muffin, how goes it for today, as far as these pitch kind of happen, just fries like that, as far as the pitch kind of happens within the bang typeness. I think some other type ones I haven't talked about on here. I don't think I talked about Losing Weight Part 2. It's the hit type ones, like a superb kind of early bird to 2010s kind of mixtape grease to get, and definitely way before, considering that this was only like the 3rd year, like barely into the 3rd year of the 2000s when this particular album came out. It's the pitch for saying this really feels like something ripped out of 2011, 2013 pitch like that. Good, nice bang type appeal. It's like a good city run here to kind of get checks mix type runs, pitch like that. Swishers pickups, some stuff aspects. Feels like Votto should show up on this song at any point within these type aspects. Feels like plenty of those type folks from around that time. My Zone, sons that people, definitely those mixtape kind of rappers that were popping up in like the early 2010s, pitch like that. Yeah, definitely My Zone and Joel Santana and some of these type folks. And I forget that other folk I just said, pitches like that. Oh yeah, Votto and pitch like that, hit type feels probably aspects kind of, but yeah, this good banging type feel, mixtape grease, definitely into city runs and snack runs, pitch like that. Now, say city run with these pitch doesn't have to full bound be a snack run within every singular type of feel, but just some of those type of products are just getting bills paid within the later day type shit pitch like that. So some of that 3-6 Mafia type hair and a more NY type sense pitch like that. I think one of the last ones I haven't talked about on here is particularly like Come Home With Me. The title track's good, nice pitches here. It's like a vicious kind of blueprint evolution and 2000s kind of DJ drama mixtape kind of buzz type song pitch like that to get. Some city weaves definitely here. Yeah, excellent kind of DJ drama type standout. Feels like Lil Wayne should be rapping to this one as far as these pitches can happen. Some of these type products, just some of that consistent type fury. So this is pretty profound type time within these aspects as far as like the virus, what was getting ready to happen with like New York and the mixtape type scene, pitches like that. It's kind of one of those type ones that kind of flesh that out. I feel like this is a pretty street anthemic type album within the pitch as far as saying that despite the fact that it was commercial on here, it had a number of buzz type songs within like the urban type. Then like the buzzing kind of urban type flourish on here is kind of pitched as far as saying that there were just a number of these. It was the same thing with Blueprint by Jay-Z, but this particular one was even more so within those products as far as having some of those type ones, the disc consistent, more pawn shop type fare and more amidst like the grease of it within like the product that just doesn't as oftenly kind of come up for air within those type pitches. Kind of had the aspect of a number of these type ones that were just keeping the streets alive, pitched like that. These kind of buzz type ones that just had the folks kind of going with like Blue Cup and just ravenous type fair pitch like that. This is a good example. Now 50 Cent did this pretty well as well with like at least Get Rich or Die Trying, and then I'd probably say Beg for Mercy from the G-Unit album of late 2003, pitched like that. But Safari as far as saying just consistent kind of street anthems on here. Come Home With Me is definitely one of those. The mixtape type bang, DJ drama should be having ad-libs on here, pitched like that. I think other type ones I haven't talked about. Now within these pitches, I think one of the last ones I haven't talked about on here within these aspects would be I Just Want. So it's the hit type one. This feels like it could have been a buzz single. I Just Want's like an excellent, the hit song I Just Want's like an excellent kind of throwaway buzz single to get, kind of with good nice pitches with Oh Boy and Hey Ma as far as those fares gonna happen. Just definitely feels like one of those extra type fares that could be within the more commercial type sense. Definitely like a rec room kind of buzz, pitch like that with your pals in the galleys, pitch like that, just good rec room buzz. And Cinnabon's gonna have for like Divas in Mind, nice frappes and matchas as far as these fares gonna happen within the aspects behind it. Just Starbucks visits and stuff. Fries have like some of those particular kind of cinnamon type straw type sticks that they have, pitch like that. I forget the name of those. But just loosen, kind of cooling and pitches like that sense of fares to this BS type product, just kind of within the aspect of this kind of more simp type fare within product of this SFW kind of within the product of more 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock kind of Seinfeld type simping pitch like that, sense of fares pitch like that. So it's kind of hit type feel, but just rec room tightness pitch like that. The products where Fresh Prince or Seinfeld would kind of be on sense that pitch amongst, but just hit type fares. Now within the pitch as far as saying Probably Home Improvement. I think that's the name of that show, Home Improvement. One of those type ones, pitches like that. As far as those probably gonna happen, just something for like the 3 o'clock light lit kind of 3 o'clock p.m. kind of commercial embrace versus first time selection type pitches, but paying attention towards it. 10 out of 10 album within these aspects. Just being able to say, plenty of these type bangs on here, just classic type staple pitches like that. Mixtape buzz, had the hit type feel, had commercial on here, had the street singles on here, pitches like that. Just a mixtape kind of dynamite that was referenced pretty oftenly throughout the 2000s. Had the commercial ones on here, a good series of these, at least 4 or so of these pitches like that that had like the commercial breakthroughs. This pitch like that, it's good, nice bang that had the balance of it. Cameron really knocked this album out of the park. That goes along with the social score. Just being able to say the muzak type songs on here within the pitch. It is other type things in these pitches, just some simping and fairs like that, kind of the products of picking up like muffins and like Starbucks runs, some of these type aspects, kind of get the goodies, I get some treat aspects of it going, pitch like that. The music type fare within a DMX type sense, the disc not as like ferocious within the aspect the way DMX kind of is, but just a good kind of vibe and just feel good type aspects in the tone as far as like the pitch is something healthy for like the aspect of like 3 o'clock p.m. Now you do get tore up on here, pitch like that. These street songs on here as far as the pitch kind of happens, some of these type products as far as saying to muzak and kind of muscle type songs within these pitches as far as like the variety, just like the tone of just snack runs and kind of getting tore up since the pitches, holla at your folks, pitches like that, but it's just kind of appeal as far as saying it's just having like the extra aspect of like some additional type things to do or secondary type things to do. Now it's not to say as if it has, not to say secondary as if like the full bound type aspect of just getting shit faced primarily, but the pitch as far as saying just extracurricular, just more listed things within the color wheel as far as aspects that kind of happen. So the pitch as far as saying some of those type products amongst it with good type appeals within that phrase. So social score gets to 10. Classic type stable, plenty of these buzz type songs and commercial type songs pitched like that. So in terms of the future, like Cameron has dropped some products into seemingly like the 2020s pitched like that. There's plenty more to get to. I'm going to definitely get to Purple Haze and definitely going to get the Purple Haze and Kill a Season. Some of the ones that go way back with those, along with Confessions of Fire and Confessions of Fire and SDE as well within those pitches for the first time. I know about those within relative type sense, but at least the 2000s type camera, we'll get to some further type ones later. Now within these pitches, I also reviewed Crime Pays, which is going to surface a little bit ways later. I reviewed that way back. I reviewed that back in 2025. It's going to surface probably somewhere in the spring of 2026 pitch like that. So some hit type feels, there's more camera on the way pitch like that, but this is easy enough type classic just within the furiousness of it.